Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And he's able to pick his way through the... for a good return on that one before he's brought down. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He'll start this drive firing. Snagged in the middle. It's Bond. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. You know, you open a game like that and it sends a message. You might want to take him away, but you're not going to.
You ain't going to. My guy is better than yours. And guess what? I know you know he's good, but we're still going to throw him the football no matter what you do. This offense is confident in his ability, and this is why. He makes big plays and starts the game off with a big play.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. The give to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Got a man. It's Bond. The pirouette on the run. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll ride his man on the option. Hey, that's a live ball. Now the defense has got it going the other way.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Handoff from the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Backed up, 3rd and 10 from inside their own 5. Like a doctor, first do no harm. The give is to Miller. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Offense facing 4th down.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Forget the kick. He wants to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass is incomplete, and the fake punt is a wash. You have an incompletion like that, you always think, why not just let the quarterback throw it? The element of trickery was afoot, and it didn't work. Caught in the backfield, it's Bolden. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Haynes. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. You can go way back in the history books to the wishbone attack, all the way back to the first Rose Bowl team. Alabama builds its identity on a strong running game.
Builds it on dudes that tote the rock and do it with nastiness, with some physicality. Not one guy's going to bring them down, and you see it year after year with these guys. And there's always somebody that's going to be a physical challenge to try to get on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. It's complete to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing play. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They go right back to him. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's picked off. Trying to take it back.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. Bevo is a ground-based animal, and he has to like what he's seeing right now from this running game.
Yeah, the beef up front doing their job, creating some holes, making some alleys, get those running backs. I think Texas,
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Runs through the tackle. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
That's what's so great about these QB runs. They just chip away at the defense. And as this game goes on, these little QB runs, they're going to help keep third downs manageable for this offense.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Baxter. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Looking to scramble. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Touchdown, Longhorns! What a catch and run for 6. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And right down the middle. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Gets it out to the 40-yard line, give him 5 on that one.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Dances away from the heat. He chucks one out to the right. And it's caught inside the 30. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to...
And the ball's loose in the backfield. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Using the quick game. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Manning. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. the incompletion on first down. This offense looking at second down. The play-action fake. Fires to the middle. Lost, the defense is wide open. At the 20, he's got space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Texas!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his own 20. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Unloads to the right. He makes a catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
The running back has it. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Looking to the big tight end. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute well.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Fires to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And he intercepts it. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Some defensive players. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Tosses it incomplete.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch. And in this case, even catching the football, it was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
This time it's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
He wants to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer.
And he'll race it to elevates over his man. Texas fight and fighting them through the air and on the ground, reminiscent of Colt McCoy's big day against A&M in 2009.
Yeah, just doing whatever they want. And this is a good spot to be. Listen, Texas gets a highly recruited kid at quarterback every single year. Can this be the guy that takes them to the next level? Today is a good day.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Looking to go up top on first down. Complete to the right.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those quarterbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break.
Texas 35, Alabama 3.
And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Here comes that Alabama offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Got to like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
At the 40, there he goes. They wrestle him.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Line getting set on second down. On the ground, it's Haynes. Shakes off the tackle. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting into the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Here comes the offense on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. Finds a crease at the 20. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They're getting this guy lathered up. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! After that, there might be a few extra tackling drills in practice this week.
Well, listen, and when you only got one guy there, it makes it really hard to get to the ground. You need a swarm. Where are my other guys? You got to get 1, 2, 3 more guys to the football to make sure you get them on the ground.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point cuts into the lead just a touch, 35-10. So a drive there of 82 yards, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped in the 28. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect them.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Line is set on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. With jet sweep pass. Gets it inside the 10. He's loose. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Texas! And the punishment has been extended. These guys wanted to make a statement. Statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. Defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Henderson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Tide offense rolls onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make...
Gonna let it fly. And it's picked off by the defender, but he's out of bounds. Couldn't get the foot down. It's incomplete.
You got to be so careful as a QB when you're throwing outside. It's got to be on time. That one a little bit late, and the defender caught it out of bounds. That should have been another interception. This QB's already thrown a couple.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Looking for more room. He'll go out of bounds at the 4-yard line, and he almost had a pick six.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Touchdown, Longhorns! And the beatdown has ensued. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Henderson. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure...
He lets it fly. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there.
Welcome, everyone, to Beaver Stadium, nestled in Bucolic State College and home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, and one of the loudest, most passionate crowds you'll find anywhere in college football. But this isn't any regular matchup. It's a battle of top tens, a couple of forces meeting head-to-head where one team will try to make a resonating statement. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Martin. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Offense set on first down. Give to the running back. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Yeah, I'm so impressed watching this guy run the football. And I'll tell you, I think Joe Paterno would have loved this guy in his offense, too. His teams always prided themselves on being able to run the football, right? Be more physical than the opponent. This guy has the ability to just wear defenses down. So hard to stop.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Coming after him. And the quarterback is snowed under. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that played relentless. Those guys really set the tone and set the foundation.
And the pass is intercepted. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Across the 25, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And stampeding through the defense. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Martin. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The back goes in motion. Looking for space, it's Allen. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Now the play fake. He fires one deep down the right side. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. Inside the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Dude, 2 drives, 2 INTs. I don't know who the backup quarterback is, but I might start thinking about doing something there. Goodness gracious, keep turning the football over. Can't do it. Can't put your defense in a bad spot time after time.
Clemson will come to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. That turned out to be a free play with the offsides penalty. They'll wave it off and the touchdown counts. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking for space. It's Singleton. Oh, what a move. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Looking to throw, it's Aller. Throws for the tight end. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you...
Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. Offense getting set for 1st down. On the run, it's Singleton. Oh, what a cut! The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Going for 6. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that.
Oh, they tricked him. It's a fake. He wants to throw. And the pass falls incomplete on the fake field goal, and I'm not sure they'll go back to that one again. You want to be bold and daring, but sometimes you got to know when to just take the 3. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. Got rid of it just in time. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Back to throw, it's Klubnik. Feeling some heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere the quarterback can throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll have to... It's a fake. He's going to throw it. And they pull it off. He's got it for the first down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
Man, that is awesome. That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap into the up back, completing the pass.
Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Clemson set up with another first down. He wants to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Makes the grab. It's Moore. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
And that's good enough for a first down.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Pirouettes through. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Running through. Oh, he knocks him out of the way, and he's running free. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving...
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
That's caught. It's Brown. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players now.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front. They won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
They're setting up the screen. Fights off a defender. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled.
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
You know, I think if I'm the quarterback, I'm probably not throwing at this linebacker anymore. That's now already his 2nd pick in this game. He's been doing an outstanding job in coverage. I think if you're the QB, you got to start avoiding him.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Going for it all. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Open space at the 25. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Wants to throw on second down. Finds his man. It's Grindingstool. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line. Good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, and excellent field position for this offense. Here comes the offense on first down. Wants to throw. It's Allard. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's thrown another interception. Got room on the return. Bulldozes him. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He unleashes a long one. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Now improvising. Going to try to get it himself. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Catch in the middle, it's Maffa. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Tigers.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things up with a dart from 24 yards out. From inside the 15, here comes the return. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to... They fake it, looking for a man. And that pass, not surprisingly, is incomplete. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime.
38, Penn State, 0.
Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. A first down for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll fire to his right. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Tigers! And the stomping has commenced.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for you.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone.
0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Kick it off.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. Smashes through the tackle. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They'll put the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Looking to move it through the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Offense gets set for 2nd down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And oftentimes running backs love draw plays because there's less traffic in front of them. The offensive line is selling pass, the quarterback's selling pass. They don't get the handoff until the very last possible second, so the D-line's rushed away upfield, and now it's so much easier for these backs to find their holes and pick their lanes.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Fires to the right. The back is open, and he's got it. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the 1st half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter.
Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense